It's really remarkable, if you think about it, that the Chamber is able to pull together such a cross-section of stakeholders from our community, and that those folks are able to give their financial resources, their time, away from work, away from their families, for the sole purpose of bettering Columbia.
These trips, you are with other amazing leaders in the community. You're able to have conversations with them when they're away from the hustle and bustle, if you will, of the day-to-day here.
You get to meet other folks from Columbia and Boone County that probably you wouldn't normally interact with, and so you get a lot of one-on-one time.
This trip is just such a great way to learn about how other cities operate and to learn from our colleagues and friends all throughout the community.
You spend 2 to 3 days with them nonstop, and you're talking about real, genuine topics that you share it with your community, and you can learn a lot about that person and that. And
every day is different, and every day is action-packed from the start of the day right up through the end of the day. And we get to see many different parts of the community, all of which are related to things going on here in Columbia.
Ann Arbor has done a great job in developing businesses and residents to their downtown area, and it's really become a thriving, bustling scene.
While we have a great downtown, I think it's really something that we could aspire to.
there's so much more activity in their downtown.
I liked that there were businesses that had employees that lived in downtown.
It was amazing. Like, I wish we could have built more time into just exploring.
It was big, but not too big.
And I think that Columbia isn't quite to that point yet, but I think that we're moving that way.
There are always things that you can do in your community to make things better, to improve upon. And Ann Arbor had a couple initiatives that they were working on that I thought were very impactful to the community and that we could really easily implement and get going in our own Columbia community.
There was one day where we were talking with a middle college.
Kids in that model can go through high school and they earn their high school diploma, and at the same time they get an associate degree from the community college. It's a great way of thinking about public education and how to really get students more work ready immediately following high school.
So it was an aha, because it was like, we can do this in our community. And so I was so excited that our superintendent of public schools was there, because I think he was just as excited about what he was hearing, and just hoping that that's something that we can do for our community.
Employers got together and they said, look, we're bleeding money in terms of turnover, we're losing some productivity on employees who are missing a lot of work, or they're coming and going, we're having a hard time retaining folks, and created what they call success coaches. And those success coaches come in and they work on site for the employer like a day a week in some examples, and basically they make themselves available for those employees who might have some crisis going on in their lives.
They had an employee resource network individual that was a social worker, and connect those to individuals that were either unemployed or underemployed. Sometimes those individuals that are underemployed need an extra step in trying to get connected to the businesses that need them to work there.
And the employers have really found that it is improving their retention rates, it's helping with their productivity and their bottom line.
And that was really an impactful initiative that we experienced and noticed there.
And we're looking for ways to maybe bring that model to Central Missouri.
ultimately that's what we want. We want Columbia to grow to be the best city it can be. And being in the same room together with all those people is one of the best ways you can do that.
I think that there's so many opportunities when you have leaders from different areas working together. The whole can really be greater than the sum of the parts.
Certainly the next step is continuing the relationships that we've built and fostering all the partnerships and opportunities, that developed throughout that trip.
I hope that all the leaders have reflected on the things that we learned and really what they can do personally, as well as working in collaboration with other leaders to accomplish goals.
And I think if we all took one small thing and pushed it forward, then cumulatively it would be a great benefit to the city.
As you go and visit these other places, they're doing a lot of things right, and there's always a lot of great things we can learn, but it also always reminds me of what a fantastic community we have in Columbia.